Hi, I'm live. Oh, we've already got people in the room. Hi. Hey, everybody. Just jumping in the room a little early. I'm in bed. I've already been up and about. But I just took like a little 20-minute disco nap. It was lovely. I woke up. I was like, oh my God, is it 11 yet? It's fine. But you can see I'm in good company with the napping. Good. Two of them. I don't know where the little one is. It's so funny calling him the little one. He's a moose. But I'm here. Good morning, everybody. Oh, it's so nice to be a new moon. New moon in Taurus. Very happy to be here. Good morning, Donna, honey. Yeah, my boys. They're such snorers. Like my cats snore. They just do. They just snore. So, oh, here comes a Bellsy. Come here, Bells. Hi, honey. Hey, boo-boo. Hey, Bellsy bear. He's just getting himself comfy. I'm getting comfy, Mom. Good morning, Grace. Look, it's a black cat with a selenite crystal ball. Just everything. Look at him, he's so cute. I have to say, he's really cute. Oh, I hope everybody is doing well this morning. It's nice and quiet here in Holbrook. Oh, I'm still waking up from that disco nap. It was a nice little disco nap. So, we're going to talk today a little bit about gratitude, about thankfulness and all of that, but probably from a different angle than you're used to thinking about. Good morning, Dee. Oh. I know for somebody watching this on replay, they must be like, get on with it already. It's like waiting for people to come in the room. My usual suspects. My usual, my unusual usuals, or my usual unusuals. It is a cloudy, overcast day here. Very comfortable and warm. And experiencing some gratitude. Thank you for this gift. Good morning, Mal. Good morning. We're gonna talk. We'll do an opening prayer and all of that in a little bit. I mentioned it was either last night or one of the nights. I can't remember. They're all a blur. Oh, geez. I'm still recovering from my disco nap. Obviously, I'm still yawning. I even had coffee and everything. I know. I love seeing everyone come in too. It's a highlight to my day. But having read this book, universe always has a plan, and the universe does always have a plan. You don't know what it is all the time, or really maybe any of the time. But when he talks about gratitude, about how thankfulness fast tracks us through hardships, I've really experienced that once I really put my attention to it. I like to read a book cover to cover, unless something really works for me in the moment. I follow my guidance that way. Then I kind of go back and apply the techniques, the mantras, whatever it is that I'm reading. Practical application is everything to me, because otherwise it's just book learning. One of the things that always annoyed me being a minister was people who had read the 4 agreements, but then completely disregarded them. Like they would go about making assumptions and taking things personally and all that. And, particularly if I was involved in something, I was like, why are you taking it personally? They're like, well, I was like, didn't you read the 4 agreements? They're like, yeah. I was like, okay, just checking. Eye roll. That application is everything. And I think particularly with a new moon in Taurus, right? We have to ground some of these spiritual principles into our actual behavior. It's not enough to just know the principle, right? It's like if knowing what your neuroses were enough to exorcise the demons, we'd all be healthy. So no, intellect is not enough. It's application. It's got to make it from the crown, through the third eye, down into your choices, down into your emotions, all the way down into your root chakra, into your actions. It's full integration. So the internet was wonky last night. What the hell were you drinking? I was drinking this blueberry thing. It was a gift somebody gave to me years ago in a Christmas ornament. I have three, one green, one red, one blue. And the blue one was blueberry. So, I just did a shot of it. It's pure sugar, though. It's just like raw, pure sugar with like some alcohol in it. It was fine, though. I'm not a big drinker. I still have a quarter bottle of Fireball. But I haven't read the Four Agreements, but a lot of friends did in college. I guess I should get on that. Well, I mean, Don Miguel Ruiz is wonderful. I mean, his name's not Donald. Don, father, right? Usually you'll see Don in lowercase, Don Miguel Ruiz. That book has been very transformative for people. It is Toltec in nature, right? So it steps outside of the usual Judeo-Christian paradigm, but it really has that ancient wisdom feeling to it. And, the Four Agreements are agreements you make with yourself. And the fourth one, I think, is the most important. The first one is be impeccable with your word. The second one is don't take anything personally. The third one is make no assumptions. And the third is do your best, which means to do your best to apply the previous three, that it's not a test. And it's so easy for the ego to judge us on stuff like that. So tricky. Wonky internet, overwhelmed towers out here. Love you guys. See you at 11 p.m. Okay, sweetheart. Have a good one. You can always watch this later. You can watch it on replay. Yeah, as beautiful as the Hamptons are, it's still at the very, very, very eastern edge of Long Island. I'm not a big drinker either. I'm not only a white lady, I go overboard. Yeah. Everything, including my shoes, will come up. Gotcha. So welcome everybody. Let's do our opening prayersy waresy. We'll see where it takes us. Take a nice deep breath. Actually, take several. Because, yeah, prayer on our own is essential, but prayer together, many hands make light work. Breathe. Dearest God, Goddess, all that is, once again, we surrender this entire day and night to you. May it serve your purposes, for we are here only to be truly helpful. We are here to represent you who sent us, so we don't have to worry about what to say or what to do, because you who sent us are directing us. So we are content to go wherever you wish today, knowing that you go along with us and that we will be healed as you teach us to heal. Please show us what you would have us do today, where you would have us go today, what you would have us say today, and to whom you would have us say it. That we may be the best that we can be, that we may experience our most fulfilling reality in the large and in the small, in the grand and in the detail, and everything in between. That we may heal, that we may grow, that we may evolve, that we may experience gratitude in a way deeper, more profound, and more emotionally fulfilling than we ever have before. For our well-being, for our own healing, and for the well-being and healing of all in this time of challenge. Help us understand how gratitude and thankfulness fast-tracks hardships, so that we may not bypass what we have to feel or elude the lessons you are giving us, but rather to move through them with more grace, with some more ease, and that we may emerge on the other side of all of this better people, our souls stronger, more powerful, more loving, more wise, and ultimately as more loving beings, transformed for the well-being of all. Thank you. So mote it be. And so it is. Morning, sorry I'm late. I was on the phone with Patty's vet. He's not feeling well. Oh, I'm so sorry for Patty. Poor Petfoot. Kisses. Kisses, little Swiffer. Swiffer dog. Oh, I'm thinking the garbage men are here. You know, thank you for the garbage men. Even though they interrupt my videos on the regular, but they don't know that. So, yeah, we'll get to my modeling pictures later. That's, you know, we'll end with that. We'll end on a high note. But I did want to talk about gratitude today. You know, we all learn gratitude in odd ways growing up, right? Be thankful for this, be thankful for that. There are people who have without, which is essentially gratitude through guilt, which doesn't really work for me. I mean, it worked for me as a kid, I guess. Even in Louise Hay's You Can Heal Your Life, she talks about gratitude. And I won't say it's through guilt, but she makes a good point, kind of going in through a back door into gratitude. So everybody right now, focus on your right foot and then focus on the big toe of your right foot, right? Just kind of wiggle your big toe on your right foot. Now you think, okay, yep, I've got one. I've got a big toe on my right foot. But now think about what it would be like if that toe wasn't there. Right? Think about that. Think about how different your life would be if the big toe on your right foot wasn't there. Right? If you lost it. Or maybe it was born without it. Or maybe you just woke up one morning and it done fell off. Your entire life would change. I mean, really, your entire life would change. Your center of gravity would change, right? You'd definitely be listing to one side. So your spine would adjust. You'd need different shoes. You might need a prosthetic. You might need a cane, right? Your entire life would change. Then you got, oh my God, I'm so grateful I have a big toe on my foot. Here's another one. It's a bit more obvious, but maybe not. 1111, make a wish. Done. It was a quickie. Your skin. Like, regardless of what condition your skin is in, the largest organ, right? I don't know if that's true if you put together all the veins and arteries, but whatever. That's a system, technically. Where would you be without your skin? Like, if all of a sudden your skin was gone. Owie, right? Oh. And it's so funny because as we get older, you know, elastin and collagen and all of that, I still have pretty good skin. I've got razor burn from like years ago that's still in the process of healing. I'd make my own special mud mask. That's fine. But, you know, where would you be without your skin? It's like, oh, I'm very thankful for my skin. So that's like a doorway in. But that's like gratitude because of fear of loss. That's like not great. I mean, it's a doorway in, but it's not how I want to live my life, right? So then I learned gratitude is the attitude of increase, that what you give thanks for multiplies. Okay. But then that's only giving thanks for things that you like. And that's fine. But then people started using that. Hi, Mari. People started using that as a way to like manifest more money. I'm so thankful for the money that I have. I'm so thankful for the money that I have, without acknowledging the fear in that. Well, I better give thanks for it, otherwise I won't have more. It's like, so even that. So it's even written in the description. It's like, yes, gratitude is an immense power, but it has a lot of miracles and superstitions attached to it that, I don't know if you've noticed it, but it seems like in this stage of awakening that we're in, spiritual awakening, a lot of our spiritual myths are being busted, and it's driving people nuts because they're so invested in it, right? Like the law of attraction is the cosmic cash machine, like DoorDash. Oh, because as I've been saying here and there, it's like, okay, Who put this global situation on their vision board, right? Who visualized it? No one did, right? Oh, it must be a result of our low vibration. No, knock it off. That's the ego using our spirituality to make us bad and make us wrong. It's just ridiculous. No. What we're going through right now is written into the quantum script. But I want to clarify. The quantum strip has near infinite quantum strip. The quantum field has near infinite numbers of variations in it. So there is a version of the planet right now that is in before, during, or after thermonuclear war, right? Fallout, nuclear winter. This is the version we find ourselves in if we're having this conversation here and now. Oh, this one we still have Wi-Fi. No electromagnetic pulse knocked out all the electronics. So, it takes a moment, right? It takes a moment to really go, oh. And again, it's still gratitude, but it's gratitude because we're not experiencing something that, in our opinion, is worse, which circumvents a deeper spiritual truth that everything that we're going through is to make us better. Now, I don't expect everybody to understand that. For what I've been through in this life at the time, there is no way I was going to cotton to that idea. No. But in retrospect, I can look back and go, oh, that was a good thing. I was talking with Bridget yesterday, and I said to her, if the Silver Broom in Sayville hadn't closed down, how many of us would be ill right now? Oh. Right? Oh. And there's something then about the opportunity for the spiritual maturity to give thanks for what's going on now, even though it won't be popular. And I don't recommend you, post it all over social media. I'm so glad we're all going through this, right? No, you don't have to do that. You don't have to be blithely grateful, but to be willing to. And this is now why I'm going to talk about this book. The universe always has a plan. Please get it. It's so good. It's a tiny little book too, it's not a hard read. He's a very good writer. Did I lose the page? Yeah. Thank you for this gift. The name of the chapter is it's mantra. It's golden rule number 3, which is my lucky number. Hardships can be fast-tracked through thankfulness. And the mantra is, thank you for this gift. Thank you for this gift. Thank you for this gift. Now, and when I first heard that, I got the spiritual principle of it in terms of previous gratitude work that I had done. But that idea of fast-tracking through hardships. Now, we've all had them, right? At a certain age, we have the opportunity at least to look back and say, okay, if that didn't happen, I wouldn't be where I am now. For good or for bad, I am where I am now. I can't change where I am right now. Where I am now will change, physically, emotionally, mentally, point of view, all of that stuff. My attitude towards it can change. That's our part of it. Our free will is how we want to change the narrative, the story of what it is that we're going through, how we perceive it. But to begin integrating the gratitude, thank you for this gift, because the subconscious needs time, that fourth dimensional element, time, for something to become familiar rather than unfamiliar. And the more it accepts something as familiar, the more it becomes a steady element in your reality. Taurus moon, by the way. So a good thing, not so that we end up doing this spiritual, obedient, good little boy, good little girl thing. Well, I'm going to be thankful for my lessons so that the gods will be nice to me and they'll give me what I want. No, that doesn't work. It does not work. Maybe it did at one point, but it doesn't work like that anymore. If everything is here to help us, if everything is evolving us, whether we like it or not, and we're going to evolve whether we like it or not, then there's this idea of, well, then I don't have to drag my feet. I don't have to complain. I don't have to bemoan. I don't have to see everything, as Jesus would have said, through a glass darkly. Now, look, I'm not Christian, but the dude had a lot of good things to say, even down through the centuries of translation. There's some real clear wisdom there. Right? To see through a glass darkly, rather to see clearly. And maybe even catch a little attitude and say, all right, well, if this is happening for my good, if this is happening to make me better, then show me. But what if we can do that by beginning to put into the subconscious mind? Remember, the mind is a mechanical thing. That's where we have some influence there on the level of mind, the element of air, just like we can change the depth of our breath, right? Through choice, through awareness. Breathe deep, breathe shallow, whatever. Then we can begin to posit or deposit into the subconscious mind some gratitude. Thank you for this gift, that as we begin to even acknowledge there's a possibility of a gift in something, the gift, the subconscious mind will start seeking it out. Yes, was teaching people to self-love themselves first and misinterpreted. Absolutely. Rock and roll. You're right on. So thank you for this gift is the mantra that Matt suggests. And I've been doing it a little bit here, a little bit there, but I woke up this morning doing it, which is weird because I did not go to bed doing it. I woke up with it this morning in my head as I was waking up. Thank you for this gift. 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 And I notice, like even doing it right now, that my body is relaxing. Thank you for this gift. Thank you for this gift, because you don't really receive the gift until you say thank you. Like even when somebody gives you a gift, the natural response, or at least the polite response, is thank you. Thank you for this gift. And it doesn't mean you have to identify what the gift is, because the ego can jump in on that and come up with all sorts of crazy things. Not that the ego is the enemy, but it just wants what it wants and will use whatever you give it or it can find to get what it wants, even if it's not the best thing in the world. Trust me, I know this the hard way. So just to kind of put it in there, thank you for this gift. Thank you for this gift. Thank you for the gift of this opportunity to see things differently. I don't know how to see this differently, but thank you for this opportunity. And we can philosophize about, how after this situation is done, who knows how long that's going to take, but maybe this will help fast track it, that we're going to be more compassionate with each other. We're going to, really embrace the people that we love more, maybe be more loving, right? Maybe be more respectful, be more understanding, that our priorities have already shifted drastically. Just that the planet is healing, that the atmosphere, I watched some news coverage yesterday, how the smog around the world is like dissipating, right? The air is getting clearer, that you can see monuments in the distance that, people haven't seen because of smog for decades, right? Well, that's positive, I guess. I guess I'm thankful for that. So it's not looking for things to be grateful for, sort of like how in The Secret, and in Law of Attraction, where we're doing it in order to be good. So I have to be thankful, because if I'm not thankful, I'm not going to get the things I want. Do you see how toxic that is? It's not gratitude. That's negotiation, right? And birds are singing more in the absence of human sounds, right? So it's okay to appreciate what's going on around you and see the things, but there's something about being willing. And the word will means choice. To be willing to be grateful for the gifts unseen, so that then they will become apparent to you. I see unconditional love, integrity, compassion, and honesty. Yeah. So I was thinking about Farm Boy this morning. I'll always love him. That's just not going to change. I mean, I wish I could change it, but I guess that means I would have to hate him. And it's not who I am anymore. I've had it beaten out of me. I learned so much from him. Yes, as a result of him not giving me what I wanted. as a result of me breaking my heart on him. No one ever breaks your heart. My God said to me decades ago, they said, he didn't break your heart. It's about another guy. He didn't break your heart. You broke your heart on him like a coconut on a sharp rock. It's such an intense image, but it's true. It's never going to work between me and that guy, and who knows if it'll ever work with Farm Boy and I, but I have let him go. Well, I texted him this morning. He probably has me blocked, which is fine. But I said, thank you for the gift. My heart would not be where I am, right? I wouldn't be where I am on my path if it wasn't for you. I will always consider him a true love in my life, even if I never see him again, even if I never speak to him again. For all I know, he might not be alive anymore. Like, I really don't know. When I do a clean break, I do a clean break. And yet, when Spirit gives me these things to do, and they say, what are you really afraid of? I go, well, I'm afraid that if I say anything to him, it's going to bring back all of that pain, and I'm going to get sucked back in, and it's just going to be toxic. And they said, well, are you grateful for what you've learned? And I said, well, sort of. They said, well, do the mantra. And I did. Thank you for the gift. Thank you for this gift. Thank you for the gift of the love then came to me. Thank you, because even though it didn't work out, it doesn't mean that what I felt wasn't love. Right? That other Matt Kahn mantra, my losses prove how deeply I loved. That he taught me that the grief that I felt was proof that what I really felt was love. Real love, true love. Thank you for the gift of true love. And as I began saying that, and my soul, my spirit was giving me other words to fill that in. Thank you for this gift. Thank you for this gift. I did. I texted him. And I said, look, you probably have blocked us, and that's fine. That's understandable. But at least I know. At least I know I reached out to you and said that I'll always love you. And thank you for the gift. I've learned so much. Now on the other side of all of that pain, all of that suffering, all of that dishonesty, all of that dishonor, it's like I am stronger than I was before. No, don't hate, except that they have their own perspective. Yeah, like his soul needs, like, and here's the thing. Everything went exactly how it was supposed to go according to the divine plan. It couldn't have happened any other way. Couldn't have happened any other way. It couldn't have happened any other way. It's okay. And I still love him. Now, there are other men that I went through similar situations with, although this was the first time I was ever the other man, which I guess I had to go through. And I don't feel that way towards a lot of them. A lot of them are like, oh, dodged bullet. Seriously, dodged bullet. Oh, there was this one guy. I used to call him Mr. Big because he looked like Mr. Big from Sex and the City. I always pseudonym the men I've been with to protect their anonymity, because the women in my life, if they ever knew who they were, would go hunt them down and terrorize them. And nobody needs that. I can't believe you. I could just imagine the pitchforks and the torches outside this guy's door. So dodged bullet. Like one of them, all of his teeth fell out. No, I didn't do that. I didn't hex him, but that's just how that went. I was like, oh, all your teeth fell out. Jinkies. Dodged bullet. Even my ex-husband, he got married to another guy and they got a surrogate and had a kid. I don't want kids. I'm like, dodged bullet. Oh, thank you for the gift. That's a little shadowy there. There's some shade in that, I'll admit. But then going on through the rest of the book, the rest of that chapter in particular, Matt brings up a very, very powerful point, a PowerPoint, about how what we're going through is cultivating the opposite in our lives in some way. So, for instance, if you've experienced abandonment, what he says is think about, the people you most need to forgive, or that you can't forgive, or that you just hate, and screw them and the horse they rode in on, right? May they burn in hell. May even Hades reject them. May they be chained in Tartarus for all of eternity. Which no one is chained in Tartarus for all of eternity. It's a place of alchemy. It's a at least there's a rehabilitation program in Tartarus. Unlike the Judeo-Christian version of hell, which you're there forever, but hard pass. Swipe left. It's not how I roll. The soul is immortal and eternal. We just need purification. Miracles happen naturally, but purification is necessary first. Of course, in miracles. So think of the person, right, that you are having trouble forgiving, and think of the emotion that you feel, or how, and I'm putting this in air quote, I can't do both hands, I'm holding the phone, that they made you feel. Well, I know for sure that a farm boy, because he said he would do things and he didn't do, I felt neglected. Well, what's the opposite of neglected? Cared for. Now, there are other words I could find for that. That's the one that rises in this moment. So what came out of that is I learned how to care for myself in ways that no one else can. So thank you for this gift of being cared for. And suddenly, I don't feel so neglected. Right? Got an appointment for noon tomorrow. My brother is going to pick me up at 11:30. Have to call the vet. Okay. Okay. It's a little off topic, but okay. I admit that sometimes the things I bring up, people might not be ready to let in. That's fine. Whatever. Whatever. Or abandonment. That was a big one. I felt very abandoned by him. Now, I don't know what his situation is with the guy that he's, I guess, still with. I mean, I have no idea. He might have moved back to where he's from, for all I know, or may not be alive. But definitely that feeling of abandonment when he said, yeah, no, I'll be there, and then I wouldn't hear from him for weeks. Well, the opposite of abandonment is inclusiveness or inclusion. Thank you for this gift of inclusion. So no matter what happens that we're having struggles with, whatever our hardships are, they are cultivating within us the opposite. That everything is happening for us, not to us. So what is the opposite of betrayal? Trust. Thank you for this gift of trust. Now, are you saying that to the person to their face? I wouldn't. But think about it. If you've been betrayed, you're learning how to trust yourself. And that's a lesson that we all need to learn. And that means this person had to do these acts of betrayal via contract. It couldn't happen any other way. So that we learn how to trust ourselves. And we learn what trust really is. And we learn who we can trust. To trust our own gut, to trust our own path, to trust the divine. So what I'm experiencing is as I go into this part of gratitude, cultivating the opposite, even if I don't know what the opposite is, even if I just know I'm suffering, thank you for this gift. Thank you for this gift. I do go through a period of emotional detox. In other words, the feelings come up. The feelings of anger, the feelings of frustration, the feelings of guilt, of grief, of sadness, guilt for somebody else, not usually for my own, but then usually there is. It's like, well, if I had done this differently, so my own guilt will come up, but it still couldn't have happened any other way. If there, you got to get that in the near infinite variations of the quantum field, there are so many other ways that we could have learned this. This was the perfect way for us to learn it. And we're not in charge of which quantum variation we feel. It's like in a video game. If you turn left, it opens a whole other set of the program that you would never tapped into, which means there's a whole other part of the program you never tap into. Right? Thank you for this gift. Is allowing the subconscious mind to then find the gift. And it will present it to you, not just within you, but in signs and synchronicities. And you'll turn your head at the right moment and you'll catch a piece of information. And the pieces of the puzzle will come to you like breadcrumbs on the trail, leading you leading you forward. Thankfulness fast tracks us through hardship. Thank you. Thank you for this gift. I don't know what the gift is yet, but thank you for this gift. And you maybe feel the nervous system start to unwind, the ego start to let go a little bit, particularly because it's inevitable that we are going to grow. But do we want to drag our feet anymore? Do we want to mature, or do we want to hold grudges and grievances, which only harm us? So wherever you are, whatever you're doing, whatever you're experiencing is perfect, but not from the personality's point of view, which has perception at best. We can change that perception, but the spirit knows the truth, that everything is happening for us, that everything is a benefit, that everything is making us grow, that everything is making us evolve. And we can look over our lives. Like I said, we can go in the past and do a moral inventory, a gratitude inventory. If that didn't go that way, I wouldn't be here. This wouldn't have happened. Do we have to wait until decades go by? Do we have time for that? Or can we be willing to say, okay, there is a benefit here somewhere. There is a gift in this somewhere. I don't know what it is, but all right, let me suck it up for a few minutes. Let me suck it up for 15 minutes to a half hour. Thank you for this gift. Yeah, the fungal. Thank you for this gift. Thank you for this gift. Yes, but you must connect and love self first before you can add someone else. Absolutely. So great. The mind will give us more hoops to jump through, but we need those hoops. And self-love can be overtaken by the ego as well and turn into a form of narcissism. Now, granted, narcissism needs more love, not less, because narcissism happens as a result of neglect. That's how it goes. It's just the rule, right? So thank you for this gift of vulnerability. Thank you for this gift of willingness. Thank you for the gift of whatever is being cultivated in this experience that I don't know. So what we're going through on planet Earth right now, since we're all so isolated, what's the opposite of isolation? Intimacy. Thank you. Thank you for this gift of intimacy. Intimacy with myself, intimacy with my emotions, intimacy with my inner child, intimacy with the divine. That's a gift. I'm thankful for that, and I am thankful for Farm Boy. I mean, the irony of the thing is that the only problems we ever had were when we weren't together. When we were together, it was so perfect. There was stillness, there was peace. It wasn't all sexual. There was true intimacy. There was true love there. The course of true love never did run smooth, and if I never see him again in this life, well, then that's part of the divine plan. I accept that. Then there's a gift in that. I don't know what it is, but I'll tell you, if the right guy walks into my life, I'm going to look back. I know I am. I'm going to look back and go, oh my God, that was a gift that it didn't work out. And if he walks back into my life, happier, healthier, wealthier, wiser, then this time apart will have been a gift. In other words, it's a gift no matter what. Yeah. Seeing what you don't want in a relationship, but do you feel even the anger in there? Do you feel the FU in there? And that's okay. Thank you for the strength that's being developed in me. Thank you. Thank you for the gift of clarity. Thank you for the gift of this anger that was inside of me that probably has very little to do with the person that I'm angry at, but now has an opportunity for its voice to be heard. Thank you for the gift. Well, but darling Mari, sweetheart, of course it doesn't feel like a gift now. But that doesn't, See, here's the thing. If it's not a gift, it's something that you're going to drag behind you. And I'm not saying to be overly saccharine and falsely positive about it. I'm saying it's about a spiritual maturity to be willing to acknowledge somewhere there's a gift in there, and I don't need to know what it is, but until we are willing, we'll never see what the gift is. That's alchemy. So maybe we could say it like this. Okay, universe, I don't know what the gift is in here. All I know is this sucks. All I know is this is painful. All I know is that I'm suffering and I'm in pain. But thank you for the gift that I don't see in this. Try that. Thank you for the gift I'm not ready to acknowledge. Thank you for the gift that I don't want to see right now. And yet somehow I know within myself, and I'm speaking for me, that it's cultivating the opposite. However I feel, however I felt, however I will feel about anything, that it's cultivating the opposite in me, and that's what I want. So I don't think, and I used Farm Boy as an example, but you know how many, like, can I be honest with you? I am so thankful the silver broom no longer exists. I really am. I mean, at the time, it was the most devastating thing in the world. I nearly offed myself. But now, a millstone gone from around my neck. I put up with a lot of people's toxicity over the years. A lot of people's lethargy, apathy, negativity, martyrdom. Martyrs are no fun to hang out with, particularly when you work with them every day. Oh my God. Thank you for the gift of the silver broom's desolation and destruction. Because now look where I am. No, I didn't know that I could fast track my hardships through gratitude back then. I do now. And this is something that I will take with me moving forward because I can apply it to what's going on planet Earth right now. This time of isolation, and I know a lot of you were very worried for me. I mean, I got a lot of private messages about Dark Moon, going through Dark Moon. But I'm very, very thankful I went through what I went through during Dark Moon. I really am. It fast-tracked me through stuff because what I was feeling wasn't all me. It showed me my power and mastery as an empath. And I'm still here. I didn't harm myself, right? Blessed be, Mari, and blessed be to all of you. But remember, my take of what being a spiritual teacher here has changed radically. That all I'm doing is walking my path. And the difference between me and a lot of other people is that I'm not a preacher, I'm a teacher. I practice what I teach, and I teach what I practice. I only share what works for me, and I do it by example first and foremost. I've been doing DoorDash. Look, like I said in a couple other streams, I quit smoking only in November. Now, granted, I was smoking American Spirit Yellow. They don't have all the extra toxins and chemicals in them. They're organic tobacco, blah, blah, blah. I quit smoking. My lungs are still detoxing. So me going out into the world is just not a wise idea, right? I'm not going to call it maybe it is a pre-existing condition, but it's definitely not something in terms of a respiratory challenging time. Watch me dance around the word. That I really should go out there. So when DoorDash shows up, right? When the pizza delivery guy comes, the feeling of gratitude, of kindness, of compassion, it is so heartfelt that I know they feel it. They may not acknowledge it in that moment that they're feeling it, but on an energetic level, they are feeling it, right? Yeah, because of my sincerity. Why? Because I've been to hell so many times. I've been in the underworld so many times in this life. I named my house Elysia after the Elysian Fields, the spa section of the underworld. I have the River Styx speed pass. I don't have to pay the ferryman. He just, I just bloop, slide my card through. Charon. He's a nice guy, really, once you get to know him. Doesn't talk much, but he likes his work. And I have that dark sense of humor so that people, I've hollowed out a lot of my stuff so that people feel safe in my presence, right? People can come to me and speak their unspeakables because they know I've been through it. It's sort of like going to a celibate and telling them about your sex life. It's like, what? Right? Or this is one that still annoys me. People who like judge other people for parenting who don't have kids. Right? It's like, I don't have kids. I will never judge you on your parenting. It's not like, don't beat them. Right? Don't abuse or neglect your kids. Try not to be codependent, right? They're souls too, but we're all the same soul age, right? Get the thing that this is all a divine setup. Like, so don't beat your kids. Don't be cruel to a heart that's true. Elvis does. You get what I'm saying? So that means all of the hell that I have been through, all of the transformation, all of the alchemy, all the pain and all the suffering has served a larger purpose, right? They know I don't judge. Well, that doesn't mean I don't have judgments. Of course I do, but I get that in those judgments somewhere are intuitions and look, my three sons. Da 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 da. Balthazar, what's going on? What's going on? Why are you singing, Mama? So that's my story. That's what I'm sharing today. Just give it a shot. Look, don't take my word for it. But I'm running with this one because we are all going through hardship right now. So if gratitude can put me in a timeline where we get through this faster and healthier and more people survive, I'm down with that. I'll do that. I'll take that. I didn't know you went through it. I just knew I could talk to you without being condemned. Right. You don't need to know the backstory. You can just feel it, right? So thank you. Thank you for this gift. Thank you for this gift. I don't even know what this gift is, this global situation that we are in. But I know I'm getting deeper, and I know I'm healing things that really I didn't have the availability to heal before. I didn't think I could love my mother more, but I do, right? And I didn't think I would ever feel good about my relationship with Farm Boy. But I do. I don't hate him. I never will. What he did or didn't do had nothing to do with me. That was his pain. That's his soul's journey. I didn't do anything wrong, and you know what? He didn't do anything wrong either. It couldn't have happened any other way. That's the version of the quantum script that we lived out. And you know what? There is most definitely a version where he and I are together. He's sleeping on this side of the bed. I'm sleeping on that side of the bed. There might still be all of this going on and we're together. But chances are I'm not a YouTuber. Right? Chances are, in another version, one of us is really seriously ill. Maybe it's me. I don't know. I don't know. So I'm not going to give thanks and gratitude out of some spiritual superstition of then I'll be a good boy and the gods will give me what I want and he'll show up on the door with his bags packed and I don't know. But I do know if it wasn't for everything that's happened in my life, I wouldn't be where I am right now, and I've got it pretty good. And to prove where I've been, I said I would do this. Excuse me, boys. I found my old portfolio. Now, this is going to be a little hard to do on camera. Oh, I can just flip the camera around, can I? Yes, I can. All right. So it's picture time. You ready? Now, I still should be able to see your comments as I do this. Here we go. It's modeling time. Okay. Picture number 1. Mal outside the door of the underworld at 19. Look at that face. Look at that face. Hello. Rivendell calling. They want their fairy back. All right. I call this one. Oh, I have to do it this way. Oh, hold on. I'll turn on the light. Wait a minute. Hopefully this won't reflect. too much off the plastic. Here we go. Okay. Put this one here. Okay. I call this one Malduza. Turning men to stone since the Bronze Age. Oh my God, look at me. That was a great picture. The photographer said, because I've had very long hair, look at those banana curls in back there, insane. They said, okay, put your hair down and then flip it back, and they would take the picture. Veronica Lake, please pick up the white courtesy telephone. Yeah, there's too much of a glare on that. I guess I could do that way, right? Look at those eyes. Look at those eyes. All right, this I call my Aramis picture. Remember I was talking about my Marité and Francois Girbeau drawstring pants? I love these. I wouldn't say I would kill for these pants again. I gave them away to my friend Austin Lewis, and they're probably gone. But I would love those again. If anybody comes across a pair that would fit me, just let me know. I will. Well, I won't sell a cat, but I will get them. Okay, right? Look at that. Look at that. It just cracks me up. Oh my! I look like Michael Landon. I know. I've had people say. My friend Mark Wendland says that. Yeah, that's very Interview with the Vampire, right? It's like Aramis for men, right? Okay, ready? Benetton! Look at that. I went to Connecticut for that photo shoot. Professional photographer. Oh my God, look at that. The many colors of Benetton, right? Look at, oh my God. It's Wonder Twink. Ladies and gentlemen, the twinkiness of it all. Isn't that hysterical? Michael Hutchins, move over. Oh my God, I was 175 pounds. I actually weigh less now, oddly enough. Okay, you ready? And those are the other Marité and Francois Girbeau pants. That is killer. That is so killer. Look at how thin I am. Oh God. I have to admit it was a 1980s diet, if you know what I mean. The sound effect is absolutely intentional. And I know there are a few more in here, right? Oh, girls. Look at my little halfy shirt decades before they came into popularity. I got that from my friend Peggy Sue Heffernan. Peggy Sue didn't get married, but she did have a baby. Then there's some of the prints. I mean, I have so many stories. I went to this one modeling agency called Mostly Models, and they stole my pictures, and I never heard from them again. But these are some of the prints that I had from those pictures. Look at me smoking a cigarette with an amethyst around my neck. Okay, that one you saw. Oh, I mean, this picture was so killer at the time, but all I have now is the photocopy of it. Look at that. Oh my God. Evil. Oh, girl, so pretty. Look how pretty is this. Is one of the ones that they stole. That's the Benetton one. That's the Girbeau one. That's Medusa. Yeah, I think these you might have already seen. Let's just see, just going through them. Oh yeah, there's another one of the Benetton ones. Yeah, you saw that one. Look at it. Girls. Oh, there's a place you gotta go to learn the things you gotta know about the facts of life. The facts of life. When the boys you used to hate you date, I think you best investigate the time. Okay, there's another one of the Aramis ones. Yeah. Now, though there's more. I mean, hold on. Let me do it this way. So just focus on me for a moment. Hey, turn around. There we go. Okay. Just so that you don't have to watch me shuffle paperwork here. But because I also have slides, which I have nudes, but I'm not showing any of those here. But okay. Oh my God. This is actually, all right, ready? I'm going to turn the camera around again. Ladies and gentlemen, my prom picture, me and Melissa Marlin. I posted that in the Facebook group before, but I just love that picture. Look at what a Guido I was. Oh my God. Oh. But tonight you belong to me. Mal with a tiger blanket. Look at me. Oh my goodness gracious. Dionysus lives. Am I wearing a black fingerless glove? Oh my God, I'm smoking a cigarette with a black fingerless glove. Girl, what? What is going on? What is going on in these pictures? Here's Mel. Here's Mel posing with a tarot card. Oh my God. A cross between Michael Hutchins and Cody Fern. Darling, dying. Because just these are insane. But wait. Walk like an Egyptian. wait. Who's that girl? Oh my God. This clothing, that's not nude. I have clothes on underneath it. This was a clothing line called Origins, I think. Origin. It was unisex. It was very stretchy material. There were different parts of it. This is so killer. Oh my God. There's one of these where I really look like my dad, but oh, look, girls. Oh my God. Whatever happened to this kid? Legs for days. Okay, now these are the more serious pictures, right? I don't remember what tarot card it was, but it was from the Salvador Dali tarot. Look at that hair. This is just nuts. This is just cuckoo bananas. God, I see. So they put an X on that one. So that was one that I used in my portfolio, but that got stolen by mostly models. Oh, look at him take himself so seriously. Just look at how serious I am. I'm hugging myself. Yeah, anything with an X on it was one of the ones I think that was stolen. Aren't these nuts? Oh, but wait. Oh, I think this is the last reel. Look. I know. I don't have as much hair as I do, but I still have it. I'm very, very happy that I still have my hair. Who was the, Jay Phillips was the photographer. I wonder if she's still around. Oh my God, do you see the date on that? March 15th, 1989. Oh my great gosh almighty. What do I have a crystal ball in my hand? I think I have a crystal ball in my hand. Not shocked. Don't be shocked. Dionysus called. Your wine is ready. God of wine. Purple courtesy telephone. Right? Just crazy. So, hey. Turn around. So there. Those are my modeling pictures. You wanted to see it? There you go. I'm sure I've got more squirreled away somewhere. Like I said, I have a box full of slides. A lot of them are nudes. We're not. After I die. Hey, I can show them at my funeral. I won't care. I'll be laughing from the other side, right? Go ahead. Dig them up. Mock them up. Sell them off, darling. Mock it up. Sell it off. So there we go. I said I would do it. Lord Elrond. Oh my God. Right? Totally. Tick. Felicia Jolly Goodfellow. Oh, dear. Right, so look, I have a lot of stories from my modeling days. I had this one woman, an agent that I went to go see on what was called a go-see. I mean, back at the time, there was nothing digital. You had to actually walk in the door with pictures and comp cards, right? And this one woman was screaming at somebody on the phone, and I was next in line. She ripped me apart. It was my last day as a model. I couldn't do it. She was like, look at these pictures. You want to make you look like a big, and then she used the F word, the derogatory word for a gay man. I went home on the Long Island Railroad, cried my eyes all the way back. I left modeling that day. I couldn't do it. My skin wasn't thick enough. A month later, I started my career as a spiritual teacher. Thank you for the gift. That woman saved my life. I was devastated. I spent thousands of dollars, of my own hard-earned money. My parents were not gonna, pay my way to be a model. They wanted me to go back to college. I was devastated. But what would have happened if my modeling career had taken off? I would have been used and abused, rode hard and put away wet, thrown away. Probably would have died of AIDS, because that was before HIV was a thing, or at least it wasn't common nomenclature. It wasn't a word people used, right? Or drug abuse, right? Cocaine. What if I had been a successful model? I wouldn't be here. I know I wouldn't be here. I know I wouldn't have been here. Or I would have been in relationship after relationship, would have never taken the healing path, would have never. Now, by the way, I was working at Body, Mind, and Soul in the 90s right after that. So I had access to an entire bookstore full of metaphysical, spiritual healing books. My first coven came together at that time, The Witches of Trolley Line Road. It's perfect. It played out exactly how it was supposed to play out. So now do you get the gratitude part of it? Yeah, I can see that now, and I've certainly thought about this thousands of times. It was the 80s and the early 90s. But can you get gratitude, thankfulness as a way to fast-track hardships? See what I'm saying? Yeah? Well, honey, it was the 80s, But I would have been dead. I would have been dead if I had stayed a model, or I believe had stayed in show business. And every dalliance I've ever had with show business since has always been tainted by something really toxic that afterwards I'm thankful. I actually worked on a movie a couple of years ago called Oak, Ash, and Thorn with a production company, and the woman, the producer-director, lost her effing mind and did the thing that people do with witches all the time. They blame us for things we didn't do. I just like, okay, crazy lady, bye-bye, bye-bye. And I spent hundreds of hours and never got paid working on that project. I was working on the story for it. Thank you. I mean, but they're pictures, right? And I'm not this body. I'm just in this body right now, and I love this body. And the thing is now my soul can fully embody, meaning be in the body here, and I can walk my path because it was all for the benefit of my soul. And disappointment, which is really another word for heartbreak, makes us stronger. That every disappointment, every betrayal, every deception, every hardship is happening for us. But how long do we want to drag that along? How long do we want to martyr? How long do we want to play poor me? Which at a certain point can become very addictive. Yeah. Thank you for this gift. I don't know what it is, and I don't know if I'll ever see Farm Boy again, and I don't know what will become of my career. And as I said last night, I've been chatting with somebody on the phone that I like very much, younger than me, that I'm comfortable with, but, whatever. But play with it. Thank you for this gift. Thank you for this gift. 5 words. Just play with it. Try it out. And we'll talk about this again, maybe tonight, maybe tomorrow, but soon. Cool. So I'm going to sign off, my darlings. I'm going to get ready. I'm still in my pajamas. I'm going to get ready to record. I want to try and get 4 videos done today. I don't have any clients booked, but if anybody would like to book me, you know how to reach me. DrawingTheCircle@gmail.com, or reach out to me on Facebook. But put the word reading there, or session or something in it, because I'm still getting inappropriate proposals from men all around the world. One from San Francisco today. I'm like, you're in San Francisco? Like, what? What? Let's go drink some green juice. Have a great day, everybody. Wishing you the very, very best and the very, very blessed of this Throwback Thursday. Oh, now I know why I did this day. It's Throwback Thursday. So, I love you all so, so, so very much. So say it with me now as I sign off, as I always do. Wishing you the very best and the very blessed of the day. Hail, farewell, and blessed, blessed be.